Hello, welcome to another reading first appearance. Let's start out with Demon. I may have mentioned this in a previous video that Dark Side was my favorite creation of Kirby as far as his fourth world, and Demon was my second favorite. I put Dark Side, Demon, and Orion as number three, the top three characters that he created that I enjoy. Um, Demon, the crazy look, I give him a 4.5 out of 5 for the look, the name, the power, and the story itself is fairly interesting. I give it a 3. Certainly, you know, probably one of my. I enjoyed this more than Forever People. I put New Gods up there as far as my liking the storyline, but I put Demon neck and neck with New Gods as far as how much I like the story. Um, you know, no doubt, this is very different from the fourth world. It's a different world. Um, I like the character. I like the backstory. Um, I can't remember, but years ago I read that Jack um, create this look based on some older image that he saw from somebody else. So it's not his. I think that's what I read. This is such a long time ago, so I can't say for sure. But regardless if he used somebody else visual to create this character, it's a cool look and I like it. So this book get a 7.5 out of 10. Next up is Cloak and Dagger. I actually did not buy this book off the rack. This came from a collection I bought. Have a pretty decent backstory, but years ago I bought a collection that had the entire run of Peter Parker from 1 to like 200 uh, in great condition. All the book was near mint, beautiful books, and I kept. I think I kept 3 books from the entire collection and sold the rest. And in many ways, I wish I kept it because in that box, in that run, was a huge run of Peter Parker by Sal Buscema, and he was awesome. The art in those books were really good. I really enjoy his evolution as an artist. But for now, we're talking about Cloak and Dagger. Um, every time I see Cloak and Dagger, it remind me, this is the 80s. It remind me of Nancy Reagan. For those that grew up in the 80s, Nancy Reagan had the slogan, "Just say no to drugs." I'm not sure if that works, but I like the name Cloak and Dagger, the power, the origin. I like the background on how they used to be junkies and their body, their mutant body, somehow was able to change and give them the power based on the drug that they used. Um, so for that, and the story, the arts, everything, I give 8 out of 10. It's a pretty decent origin, fairly unique, fairly original enough. Something that's stood out for me compared to many other origin where it's quite generic. This is somewhat appropriate with the time uh, and cool. And you know, I like this cover a lot. In fact, I enjoyed the mini series that that came out a few years later with I can't remember who the uh, the team was, but Terry Austin was part of the art team for that mini series, and that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I don't have that anymore. Gave that away also. Um, so there you go. 8 out of 10 for Cloak and Dagger. Okay. Last but not least, for this video, put this up together. Okay, Ultron for the next Avengers movie. The debate is, should I sell these now before they are no longer hot? I'll probably keep them because I do have other copies that I will sell. I have duplicates of these things, so I want to keep these. Great, great dual covers by none other than Mr. Buscema himself. This one is super hard to find in white covers because that darn white often turn yellow. I think my copy is okay, not as white as it can be, but I can't complain. Regardless, I give Ultron, the look, the name, the appearances, 5 out of 5. Love it. I love robots. I love shiny robots. So yes, give me a robot, give me a shiny robot, and you probably will get a good rating. But the name Ultron sounds pretty cool. As far as the story, I'm okay with the story. I give the story, it's a tough one. I want to give it higher mark, but I want to give it a 3.5 out of 5. So Ultron get an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty high mark, but I just could not give him higher as far as the story because the story left a lot to be desired. It's one of the stories where I wish there was more to it. Ultimately, that's how I felt about reading the story. It's a lot more they could have done, but somehow it works in that, because they just tease you enough with the character that you definitely want to see more of that character. And for many years to come, Ultron become a key villain in the universe of the Avengers. So, but for now, if I bought this book off the rack, I would be super excited about the potential of the return of Ultron in future issues because he is super cool. And that's it. I will give you a closer look of these two books. I don't think I have ever shown them, but if I did, you can stop watching now. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so here's a close-up look of Avenger 54. Beautiful copy. Perfectly center. The spine is just gorgeous. There's one thing on the lower part of the spine. If you can find it. Right there. But other than that, look at that. Razor sharp corners and edge. The top corner have a little ding right there. It's a soft corner up there. I like this cover a lot. Gorgeous Buscema art. And inside you get beautiful George by John Buscema and George Tuska. George Tuska inking sometimes is not very good in my opinion. Sometimes, but the team between George Tuska and John Buscema is really, really good. There's nothing to complain here for sure. Just look at this. This is one of the best panels in this book. Gorgeous. Great action. And there you go. That's the Crimson Cowl, which is Ultron in hiding. quick. As you can see, plenty of John Buscema goodness in here. The best part, wow, one of the best part of this book, of course, is there you go. Here, as you can see, the first time they show the face of Ultron. But one of the best part of this book is the ad for Silver Surfer #1. Just look at that. The Marvel Age is on the march. Beautiful. I'm telling you, if I was buying this book off the rack and see this ad, I would have been going crazy for Silver Surfer #1. Okay, so that's 54, and here's 55. Here's this is the best copy that I have. I have a couple under copy of this book. Beautiful, well centered, and the white is decent, not too yellow. Now for this issue, you have George Klein inking. And it's just awesome. Okay, I think Buscema penciling is so good that, you know, whether it's George Truska or Klein, doesn't matter. It looked great. So I have to give, you know, I guess the more credit go to John Buscema, because when you can't distinguish the inkers, and it's more about the penciler doing most of the work. As you can see, beautiful. Classic Buscema. There you go. There's Ultron again. And I would give this book, the story, a higher rating, you know, if there was a better ending to it. But there you go. I felt that the ending was very rushed. But great action. Regardless, the action and the art is just awesome. And that is it. Okay? For the first time, you see Ultron in his full metal glory. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.